right, we have some breaking news when it comes to the AQI story. Delhi's air quality index is presently in the 323 region, which means it's very poor. Not only that, according to some data, Delhi is the most polluted city in the world. The air quality dropped early in the morning this morning. My colleague Shireen Elizabeth is with us live right now at India Gate to bring us a lot more in terms of context. Shireen, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Shireen, as we can see right now, you're outside India Gate. You're in the center of the city as we speak. Could you bring us more information, A, on the air quality as it stands this morning? Then question B, could you bring us a comparison of where it stands in relation to the previous years?
Good morning, Toya. Yes, I'm right now reporting right in front from the India Gate, and you can see, though compared to the last year, we are seeing that there is smog. There is no doubt that there is in fact smog surrounding the India Gate, but there is very less as compared to the past few years. Now, as you asked that if I compare the air quality index of 2021, 2020 and 2019 for past 3 years, a day after Diwali, the air quality index has always slipped into the severe category. For example, in 2021, the AQI, the PM 2.5 was in fact around 463. In 2020, it was around 430. And in 2019, it was around 390. So today, if we actually look into the AQI, it is in fact slipped into very poor category in last 24 hours. Yes, yesterday while I was reporting from here, it was in the poor category, but today it has slipped into very poor category. But comparatively, it is much better than past 3 years. If I ask my camera person to zoom in and show you, this is the Delhi overall. It is about 323 AQI PM 2.5, which is in very poor category. In Pusa Road, it is again in very poor category, 322. In Lodi Road, it is 273 in poor category. But compared to past few years, as you asked, it is much better. Though we have seen how there was in fact bursting of crackers yesterday in majority of the parts in the national capital, in spite of the fact how there is in fact punishment that has been in place. There is going to be if one is caught bursting crackers, they are going to be in prison for 6 months. Apart from that, there is a fine also that needs to be paid. But even then, there was bursting of crackers that was witnessed yesterday. But if you see overall, we are seeing in fact a bit of a clean air, though the category has slipped into very poor category compared to yesterday. But for past few years, it is still better is what we have been seeing. But also the experts have been saying the reason why we are seeing a better air today is also because there is a wind. In coming days, when the temperature will dip, when it will be much more colder, there will in fact be a stagnance in the wind, and the accumulation of the air bad quality is only going to increase, and then the situation might get worse. But a day after Diwali, every year we have seen how the situation had gotten worse. This time as well, it has slipped into very poor category, but compared to last 3 years, much better is what Delhi has performed.
Shireen, would you at all be able to share with us numbers when it comes to what the previous years, not numbers themselves, but right now, as you were saying, it is in the very poor category. Our audiences do have some understanding of poor, very poor and hazardous, for example. Do we know which categories it's been in the last few years?
Well, in 2021, it in fact slipped into 463. A day after Diwali is what we are talking about. So that was severe. Because between PM 2.5, when it is between the AQI is between 300 and 400, it is in very poor category. Right now, Delhi air quality index is very poor category. But in 2021, it was 463. In 2020, it was in 450. So that was also a severe category. In 2019, it was around 350, which was around very poor category. So the past 2 years, we have seen a day after Diwali, it has always been severe, but this time it is in fact resting at very poor quality air quality index.
Shireen, thank you for those details.